to Creative Moments by G. I'm so happy that you are going to join us today. It's Wednesday, it's June 17th, I think, and it's 10 o'clock. So if you're here right now, we would love for you to make comments. And remember, my sister is over there just to chat with you if you want to chat. Maudie, she would love to do that. And today we are working with fancy phrases because you know what? I thought, let's just make a happy birthday card with some flowers. I mean, this is a time of year when we have lots of birthdays coming up. And we wanted to use one of our new stamp sets from Stamping Up from the new annual catalog, right? So we just selected fancy phrases. And so that's what we're going to use today. We're going to make a birthday card. I'm first going to show you a stepped up version, and then I'm going to create an easier card so that you can make very quickly. And let me show you the stamp set that we're going to be working with. Fancy phrases. Oh, when we saw this, we loved the florals that it had in it, and we loved the fonts that they used. Pretty big fonts. And we really like big fonts on our cards. So we're using that today. And then, oh my goodness, did you get this Scripty 3D embossing folder? Look at this. Can you see that? It is beautiful. So pretty. Hey, Patricia, welcome. Now, let me show you the stepped up card that we made. You're going to love this card. Look at that beautiful card. And it says, when I count my blessings, I count you twice. Isn't that beautiful? Now, look very carefully at that 3D embossing. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness, we are so impressed. And of course, I'm sure you noticed that we're using the in colors, the new Magenta Madness. Well, today's card is going to be an easier version. You're going to take your A2 card and look what we have here. We have our new in color, Just Jade. You're going to have your A2 card. You're going to have your inside mat. We're going to have a couple mats on the outside. And then I went ahead and I stamped this flower, and we're actually going to be cutting it in half. You're going to see what we're going to do with that. And you need a strip of paper. Now remember, all these dimensions will be listed below, right below this video. And also remember that right here you can go to creativemomentsbyg.com and you can get a list of all the supplies, and you can shop with us. If you do, make sure you use this code so that you get a little goodie bag from us. But let's go ahead and put this together. You are going to think this is such a cool card. Well, the first thing we need to do, you know, I always like to just go ahead and lay down our inside mat, right? So we're going to lay down our inside mat, and it's going to be just the Whisper White. Okay, so we have that. And now we wanted to bring in that bumblebee, right? Another in color. So we're going to lay that down. And we're using our Colel glue. We really love our Colel glue. And we're also, like I said, using that new in color. And now look at this. We ran this through our Big Shot. Look at that beautiful 3D embossing. And you know, a lot of times it's not really words. This is really words. It says, so full of joy when you stand. And then it goes on and on and on. On and on and on. All these are real words. That is so nice. I really like that. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that we get enough glue to hold it down. And we are going to simply put that down on the front. Push it down so we can get it in the crevices. Don't those colors really look pretty? I love those new in colors together. So pretty. Now, remember I said we have this. I went ahead and stamped it, and I fussy cut it. So we're going to bring in Bermuda Bay, dark and light. We are going to bring in our yellows, and that's dark Mango Melody and light Mango Melody. And then we're going to bring in our Granny Apple light and green. So we're going to go ahead and color this. And you know what's so nice about this new stamp set? You see all the shading they've already done for you? That makes it so nice. You can just open up your blending tool and just go over it just a little bit. And then you'll come back in with your light if that's the way you do it. That's the way I like to do it. I like to go ahead and saturate with the dark, and then I come in with the light. So I'm going to color just a little bit because I have already colored one that's been cut in half, but I want to go ahead and show you how pretty it is. And I go ahead and just use my blending. So I go over what I've colored, and because they've already given you those dark spots, you don't have to worry about knowing, well, where am I supposed to shade? You know, shading just makes it so pretty, right? And then if you wanted to, you could always come back in. So here we have this. And then remember, it's an alcohol marker, so you have to kind of wait for it to even out those lines just a little bit. But you can go back in with the light. Okay. And now I'm going to bring in that Mango Melody, and I'm going to make my flowers on this one. I'm going to make it that color. I like that. So we have a little bit of Mango Melody going on right there. And I think I'll put some right here. Put a little bit right there to bring in those colors. And then we're going to come back in with the light. And it's so easy. You don't have to be perfect on this when you're doing your shading because, like I said, they really already shaded for you with those lines. But I like to blend. I think it's very pretty. So here we have that. Now we're going to come in with just a little bit of the green. And we know we can just put a little bit, just go down the vein on the leaf. And then we can come back in with the light. So I'm just going to color those. And this makes such a fast, easy card. Oh my goodness. So look at that. Look at how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. Now something else you can do that I like to always do is I like to bring in my Wink of Stella, right? Because it intensifies the color, and you've probably found that to be true. So I'm going to go over these flower buds right here, and I'm just going to intensify that color. So pretty. And you can see the sparkle. Yes, you can see the sparkle. Now, I have taken this and I have completed coloring it, and all I did is I cut it in half because that's the design we're going to have for our card today. Now, remember I told you about this strip of paper. Let me show you how we're going to use this. We're actually going to put it right here, and then I'm going to put this on the top, and I'm going to put this on the bottom. Don't you like that? I like that. Now, let's say you didn't want to use this 3D embossing folder, or you don't have it. Well, you could use the stamp. You could stamp it twice. You could stamp it here, make your band a little wider or smaller, and just put it over the stamped area. But I wanted to do it like that. Now, we are going to emboss this. So I'm going to get out my stamp apparatus, and I'm going to just put it right here. I'm going to put my magnets. Notice my magnets have sunflowers because that's what we're all about. Sunflowers, right? And you know what? I think I'm going to put my thing down just a little bit because I don't know that the stamp could get right where it needed to be. So I'm going to put that right there. And I am just going to put my birthday right in the center. I'm going to make sure I have it right where I need it. Right there, yes. Go ahead and get my magnets back. And the reason I'm using the stamp apparatus, whenever I use Versamark, because I'm going to emboss it, I like to do that. That way I can stamp it at least twice so that I know I'm going to get a really good color, right? And just press down. I can see I have a good color, but I'm going to go ahead and do it again just to make sure. Okay. Okay. I better keep that Stamparatus there, right? There we go. Oh my goodness. We got it. We got it this time. So I'm going to go ahead and just wipe that off. This little bit that's right here that I don't want. But there's just a tiny bit. And look at that. Oh, that's perfect. So we're going to go ahead and just heat it up. There we go. Oh, and it all is shiny just like we need it. We're going to bring in our card. Make sure that's wiped off. And we are going to put this right where we need it. Now, so we're going to go ahead and just pull off a few dimensionals. I always like to raise things up because, you know, it just adds that extra touch that I really like. And I'm going to use my pokey tool to go ahead and get it exactly where I want it. I want it about in the middle. I'm going to put it right there. Okay. And now we're going to raise, you know what? I think I'm going to set that flat and I'm going to put it behind. I think that looks very nice. So we're going to get some glue and just get that all glued up. Get the glue off of it. Get some glue on there. And I'm going to put this right in the center. Okay, right behind it. And push down so it really gets in those crevices. And we still have our little message that we need to put on the inside. Okay. And here we go. And you need to line it up pretty much. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And we set it behind it. And now let's go ahead and get our stamp for the inside. And we are saying on the outside, birthday wishes. May your day be filled with heartfelt happiness. So we're going to put this right in the middle. Oh my goodness. So let's look at this card. Here's the card we made today. Very simple. And like I said, if you choose not to use this 3D embossing, you can just stamp your flower right here and you don't have to fussy cut it and just put your strip over the top. This is the easy one we made today, and this is the stepped up version where we actually laid down a tag and we used the fancy tag topper. And we laid down a tag and we put a little bow on it. Of course, we brought in some ferns from Forever Fern. And this one turned out so nicely. We actually did cut this apart as well. So this is the stepped up version. And this is the easier version, although you wouldn't know it, right? Well, I hope you got some inspiration today and you're going to go out and make these cards when you get this stamp set. Please remember to subscribe. We'd love you to be part of our Sunflower family. Go out, have a fantastic day. Be happy, be safe, be healthy, and be creative in your crafting. And guys, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.